Sup everyone, it's ItsReallyTimmyB here for another Tuesday Top 10. Last week I did the top 10 first form Pokemon from Gen 2, which was a lot harder to make than I had originally thought. With Thanksgiving this week, today's top 10 will be the top 10 Thanksgiving Pokemon. This will be a little different than a straight up top 10 list, but you're going to enjoy it either way. Make sure to click on that thumbs up button to like this video, and then click on subscribe if you enjoy some great Pokemon content. Currently on my channel, I got a Heart Gold randomized Type Lock, an Emerald randomized Nuzlocke, a Leaf Green Let's Play, this top 10, and I'm about to start a holiday themed Platinum Santa Lock. So, how did I make my list? Well, I went through the whole Pokédex of almost 900 Pokemon and picked out 31 Pokemon and evolution line combinations that were Thanksgiving related. Some choices were based on setting up the table and cooking the meal, but most were based on which Pokemon would enjoy eating the most. So for this list, numbers 10 through 7 will set the meal ready for the top 6, who will be the eaters. I'm sure we all know who number 1 will be, so let's start off with number 10. Thanksgiving is usually one of the few meals where you break out the fancy dishes, silverware, and sit at the nice table. So, we need a fancy chandelier for lighting, and that would be provided by Chandelure. Sure, the Pokédex entries for Chandelure are really dark and revolve around resting spirits, but we need some sort of fancy lighting at the table. In terms of the Pokemon itself, Chandelure is a cool typing with Ghost Fire with powerful special attack. Alright, so, we have some lighting and setting for our meal. Who's cooking the turkey? Time to put on your chef hat, Emboar, and welcome to the top 10. Emboar is a Mega Fire Pig Pokemon who has an amazing beard of fire. Emboar looks like it can cook a mean bird, whether it's in the oven, on the grill, or fried. Emboar looks exactly what Guy Fieri would look like if he were a Pokemon. But you better not get in his way because Emboar will throw some punches at you. So let Emboar cook in the kitchen. Good news! Emboar cares deeply about its friends according to its Pokédex entry, so you know Emboar won't mess up the meal. Turkey's on the table. Who's carving it? Carving the turkey is a prestigious honor, so we need an honorable Pokemon, and that Pokemon is none other than Surffetch. With the Leek Stalk, this will be an easy carve for Surffetch, and it'll happen with such grace. However, that's all about Surffetch is good for at the Thanksgiving table, but it does not disappoint in its one shining moment. Surffetch carves the turkey perfectly and separates the light meat from the dark meat. Now, do you prefer light meat or dark meat? Comment below. Now, it's time to see what we have for dessert. One of the more popular desserts for Thanksgiving is apple pie, and I like my apple pie with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. So some of the first obvious choices on this list are Appleton and Vanillux. Appleton looks like an apple pie, and the Pokédex entry says its body is covered in sweet nectar and the skin on its back is especially yummy. And Vanillux is literally an ice cream cone, and the evolution line is like adding a scoop each time with Vanillite, Vanillish, and then Vanillux. Alright, we got the table and meal ready to go. Who are the eaters? The first big eater at the table is Garchomp. I mean, Chomp is most of its name, and the evolution line is Gibble for Nibble, Gab Bite, and then Garchomp. Garchomp is this low because it's too slender and doesn't look like it eats a lot. But it likely burns a bunch of calories because it flies at supersonic speed. But being quad weak to ice moves, Garchomp will hold off on the ice cream for dessert, but will use its dragon breath to take down and heat up the apple pie with ease. The next Pokemon will probably eat its meal the fastest because Pelipper will scoop up its plate and take it down in one gulp. Pelipper searches for food and then dips its large bill to scoop up and swallow everything in one giant gulp. But where does the food go? I mean, look at Pelipper, it's just one giant beak. Pelipper is going to eat his leftovers cold, as Pelipper is afraid of microwaves being quad weak to electric type moves. This next Pokemon will also eat its meal in one big gulp, and that Pokemon is Victreebel. Now, we all remember the anime where Victreebel would try to swallow James from Team Rocket almost all the time, so we know just how hungry for Thanksgiving Victreebel can be. Now, usually Victreebel attracts its prey with aromatic honey, but that's not needed for the holiday. Victory Bell is going to be full for the next day from all this food, as it might take a while to digest, even with powerful acid. Joining Pelipper and Victory Bell at the Gulp section of the table is the team of Gulpin and Swalot. Like Garchomp, these Pokemon have Gulp and Swal in their names for some gulps and swallows. Gulpin's body is virtually all its stomach, so it can swallow something its own size, which is pretty small at 1 foot 4 inches, but that's roughly a whole turkey. Swalot has no teeth, so it always swallows whole, and its mouth is so big, a whole car tire can fit in it with one gulp. And like Victory Bell, its acid can dissolve anything, it just might take some time. Now, it's time for the big dogs. Coming in at number 2 is Slacking, who could very easily be number 1 on this list. Slacking is a lazy Pokemon by species, takes every other turn off with Truant, and spends all day lying around eating grass within its reach. And when that grass is gone, it reluctantly moves to a new spot. Slacking is the world's laziest Pokemon and spends most of the day eating. On Thanksgiving, Slacking will do the most meaningless task to help out early in the morning, like walking the dog, so it can spend the rest of the day horizontal on the couch watching football, and then saying, "Well, I walked the dog, my chore is over for the day," when asked to do something else. Come dinner time, Slacking uses all of its stored up energy to go to the table and eat everything in sight until it's gone. Slacking will then make its way back to the couch and have one of the best Thanksgiving naps known to Pokemon. And now it's time for number 1. If it wasn't obvious, number 1 on the top 10 Thanksgiving Pokemon is the team of Munchlax and Snorlax. Munchlax wolfs down its weight in food once a day, which is 231 pounds of food. Munchlax will also hide food in its fur, but regularly forgets that the food is there. Most of the time, Munchlax won't even chew, so it will swallow a lot of its food whole as it gets fatter and fatter every day. Now, once Munchlax becomes super friendly, it will evolve into the OG lazy and fat Pokemon Snorlax. Snorlax is very lazy, it just sleeps and eats, and it will eat anything. It can't get an upset stomach. Snorlax's typical day consists of eating and sleeping. Some would say that's the perfect day. Much like Slacking, Munchlax and Snorlax won't do anything all day, won't help out at all, and will sleep on the couch after the Thanksgiving meal. You better have enough food if your table involves Slacking, Munchlax, and Snorlax. If you made it this far, comment who you think would win an eating contest between Slacking and Snorlax. And that's it for this week's Timmy B's Tuesday Top 10. Now, did you agree with my list? If not, who else makes the table for Thanksgiving Pokemon? Comment your answers below. Also, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell to be notified when all or some of my videos are released. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter at ReallyTimmyBYT for all the latest updates to my channel. Have a great day, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate. If not, happy Thursday, and I'll see you soon.